Teenager was shot outside of Mariner High School earlier today. And again, there has been a shooting near Mariner High School in Cape Coral and the neighborhood of Mariner High School. Now, a source tells Fox 4 that a teenager was shot again in that neighborhood and is being flown from the area for medical treatment. Let's take you to some live pictures right now. This is the corner of photographer Northwest 18th Avenue and Northwest 5th Terrace. This is just to the west there of both schools. We have been monitoring this location here since reports of the shooting came out. We are watching students leave the area now. It appears this is part of the early release as the lockdown has been lifted for both Mariner High and Mariner Middle. Again, we have been watching students leave both locations as the lockdown has been lifted. We have crews on the scene now. This is that live look of the tape you see there. We are setting up right now just west of both of these high schools. We are expecting a press conference from Cape Coral Police Department at about 12:30 this afternoon, as this is a developing situation. We have Rachel Lloyd on the way to gather information as well. I know a lot of parents out there with a lot of questions here about student safety, and so I want to bring this to you. We're following this situation as it develops. These are live pictures outside of Mariner High School. Again, live pictures where earlier today a teenager was shot in the neighborhood of Mariner High School. That teen was airlifted for medical help. At one point this afternoon, both Mariner High and Mariner Middle were on lockdown and has since cleared. Students have been allowed to leave both campuses due to the early release for the holidays. Today for Lee County is the last day of school here before the holidays. We want to take you back to the neighborhood now. We're going to follow this scene as it develops. You'll have to follow the shaky scenes. You can see a heavy police presence there with Cape Coral SUVs patrolling the area. A source right now is telling Fox 4 that someone had to be flown from this scene for medical treatment. Again, this was a teenager that was shot in the neighborhood of Mariner High School here early today. We've also appeared to see sheriff's helicopters in the sky right now. This is Lee County Sheriff's helicopters in the vicinity. The live shots, again, just so you guys get a reference of where this high school is located. This is north of Pine Island Road. Our cameras are set up at the corner of Northwest 18th Avenue and Northwest 5th Terrace. Our studios are just about 2 miles to the south of that location, so very close here in the Cape. And Amy Wegman is joining me on set now. Amy, we are expecting the presser from Cape Coral Police Department at 12:30. What is the latest that you have with this developing situation?
So obviously the information is coming to us moment by moment here, but the basic facts that we know right now is that sometime this morning, there was a shooting near Mariner High School, Mariner Middle. They're very close if you're familiar with that area, just to the west of Chiquita Boulevard in that northwest portion of Cape Coral. We're going to show you the map right now, roughly where that area is. We are being told, and we have crews on the scene by multiple sources, that this is somewhere near Northwest 18th Avenue and hold on one second. Northwest 18th Avenue and Northwest 5th Terrace. So we're being told that someone had to be med-flighted to an area hospital, but again, we are still trying to gather the details and to figure out exactly what's going on here. Two schools very close to the area where this shooting happened, Mariner High School, Mariner Middle School, they were both on lockdown for some point today, but I'm just hearing as I walk into the studio that has been lifted and we've been showing you students leaving.
Yeah, you know, this is a situation that bears repeating. If you're just now joining us here with the breaking news, want to kind of step back now that you're joining us. The source told Fox 4 earlier this afternoon that we had a teenager that was shot in the neighborhood of Mariner High School.
Yes.
That teenager was airlifted for medical help. What is the latest? We're obviously seeing the live pictures there. We've got a lot more information to cover. Hopefully some of that will come out in the presser at 12:30.
Right.
You're obviously local here. You know the area very well. This doesn't happen that often in South Louis Florida. This is new.
Yes, and as the news is breaking of this happening, just having grown up in Cape Coral, you know, talking to family and friends, I know some teachers who work in that area. It is unnerving. It is the last day of school, a half day of school. Students are just now being released from school today, parents picking them up, and this is absolutely the last thing that they want to be hearing or talking about. Granted, it didn't happen on school campus, but it is close enough that, you know, like you said, in Cape Coral, typically this type of thing doesn't happen.
Sure.
So we do want to wrap this up. We're obviously going to continue to follow this developing story. Again, we're hearing from sources that a teenager was shot just west of Chiquita Boulevard across from Mariner High and Middle School by someone else in what is being called by sources a drive-by shooting. We have seen helicopters in the air there. You can see that there is yellow crime scene tape. There is going to be a press conference at 12:30, so just in about 28 minutes here. We are going to listen in. We're going to bring that to you. We're going to get all the details to figure out what's going on. But at this moment, what we do know is that the lockdown at Mariner High School and Mariner Middle has been lifted. Students are being released to their families and their parents as they head into the holiday break.
And we just want to remind you, this is obviously a developing situation. You don't have to wait until 5 o'clock tonight for our news. Fox4Now.com. We've got our app. We'll continue to update you here as we get the latest information. I know Amy will stay on top of it. For now, we'll send you back to the regularly scheduled programming.
We'll see you then.